don't know why I get so grued by that.
I don't know. I wonder if everybody does or if it's just us.
It must be.
Welcome to the
us.
Ugly Truth.
Oh.
Ugh. I'm not a spooky season gal. Like, I don't look forward to Halloween like, oh, it's time for, you know, pumpkins and all the things. But I think it's just because the timeline is so incredibly fucking weird that I look forward to horror and dark and scary, spooky. And although there are a ton, because, you know, I love podcasts.
Yeah.
So there's a ton of spooky podcasts. They're not that good. And I'm struggling. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Aaron Mahnke, but he's
part of the iHeart Podcast Network. So, yes, I've heard of him.
Well, you don't listen to a lot of podcasts, so I don't know if you know these people.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, he annually does a spooky podcast.
Yes.
It's like the 13 Days of October. But there's nothing.
I think he was responsible. I don't know if it was last year or the year before last, where we did the 3D spatial audio spooky podcast. What you have to listen to that with headphones, I think.
Yeah. So I found one that he started in August, and it's called Havoc, and I think there's vampires in it. I just started it, but it's got Felicia Day, who a lot of gamer people know who she is.
Bye, Felicia.
A very old YouTube show called The Guild, which is World of Warcraft. But
no.
Yes. So anyway, it's so good. I'm only 1.5 episodes and I'm like, okay, thankfully I found something. And like, I'm consuming binge watched Interview with a Vampire because I didn't finish it. So that's been really great.
Yeah.
I sadly have not seen Sinners yet, which is, I know, shocking because it's vampires and I haven't watched it yet.
So
they're re-releasing it to IMAX and I'm kind of like, maybe I just want to go see it in IMAX again because it's an IMAX movie.
Yeah.
So I think I might want to journey into IMAX, which I'm not a fan normally.
I have had about somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 to 8 opportunities to watch that movie.
With who?
On the plane.
Why did you do it?
No.
Did you do it?
No.
Why?
Because I just felt like I would get the plane version of it. And not, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't strike me as a version I don't know. Maybe obviously it's able to watch on a plane, but it just struck me as something that I wouldn't want to watch on a plane. So
I feel like you don't like scary movies.
Generally, no, but I'm not. That one to me doesn't feel. I don't like Saw and shit like that. Like
the other night, for whatever reason, Friday the 13th.
Yes,
the original was on.
Yeah,
and you were watching it.
I was.
Was this the first time you've seen it from where we started it? Because we basically saw it at the beginning.
That's the most of the movie I've seen. I have seen clips. I have seen parts of it when it's on, but that was the most of Friday the 13th that I've seen in one sitting. And the problem was is that none of the shit was in there, and none of which would have bothered me anyway. But
the stuff that I don't know why I have been told it is a trauma response to violent childhood. And I'm not kidding. That's literally what I've been told, is that when I watch slasher films,
you laugh.
I laugh.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I do.
Yeah.
And it's almost like I almost can't control it.
Right.
But I laugh when people I don't know.
But they didn't show it.
So we're watching it on AMC and I'm like, okay, this is the part where Kevin Bacon gets stabbed through the neck. And you're like, okay. And I'm like, wait, what happened? Where is it? And I'm like,
what's
okay,
funny
this is the one where she gets, she's in the archery. So obviously she's going to be getting arrowed. Nothing. I was shocked and annoyed.
And it was on America Movie Classics, which I don't know why they wouldn't have that part in it. But I think that you could see by where they drew the line, though, because they did ultimately show bodies.
They showed the aftermath.
But they did not show anybody actually
violence.
dying.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway,
it's weird, right?
I'm like, well,
so maybe I didn't get the full version of it, but
it was fun explaining to you
what was happening.
Because first of all, I've seen that movie. I can't even tell you how many times I've seen Friday the 13th. And what's great about it is, and it's not really a spoiler because it's like, I think it's like a 50-year-old movie or something. It's super old. But
Kevin Bacon was 7.
Part 1, the very first one was the mother was just creating revenge against her son, Jason, who had drowned during summer camp. She was the cook. Yeah. Anyway, so you know what? And her death is so freaking good. I was so sad that they didn't show her head get lopped off, but that's all right. Anyway, then we started talking about all the sequels and how then Jason becomes the immortal killer of all the people at Camp Crystal. And it's such a great franchise. Even the one in space. Like, they're all so campy.
Yeah.
Those are the kinds of sequels I love.
I didn't mind campy because I liked, I would say probably the first along those lines that I saw all of that I enjoyed and have watched more than once in full is Freddy. So Nightmare Before Elm Street. So I definitely watched that one. But really I know I've said it on the show before, but really my scary is more supernatural, and that's largely because I was taken to the theater at 10 or 11 years old and saw Amityville Horror.
I will say that supernatural films do scare me.
Does Poltergeist scare you?
No.
Because it was not that scary.
No, I don't know why that one never scared me. And I've been...
have you seen Amityville Horror, the original?
I have. Yeah. It's now because the effects of... Yeah. It's just the Hollywood effects have changed so dramatically that it feels not so scary.
Sure.
But with that being said, I was also raised in a home where supernatural to my mother was a very real thing. Yeah. And so she was like, if you watch these movies, you're opening a portal to the devil and to demons coming into your house. So like, it was very serious. So I had this built-in fear that I think a normal movie lover or a moviegoer would not have. There are certain supernatural films that I do enjoy. Again, vampirism is very supernatural, but it feels like monsters. Yeah. It doesn't feel supernatural. And, but the religious supernatural shit does scare me.
What is the scariest movie you think you've ever seen? Or is that hard because slasher's different than this, different than that? But like
the one movie that, I mean, it was the first time I got scared. The first movie where I had to sleep with my lights on for 2 weeks was Nightmare Before Elm. Yeah, it was Nightmare on Elm Street. That was the first movie where I was like, because now I'm like, well, if I go to sleep, I mean, I'm not safe. Like, there's nothing I can do. I'm in trouble.
That one's for me too, but it's also like the first one like that I forced myself to watch.
I was also a very young girl, so like that was really scary. Yeah. But the movie where I literally... One time because we've talked about this before, just you and I have struggled with insomnia my whole life. Mm-hmm. And so I would sometimes be up in the middle of the night just looking for anything to watch. Because back in the day, a lot of channels turned off and there was nothing to watch. Well, then cable came around. So I was watching something. It was like 2:30 in the morning and I changed the channel and the channel was black, like the black screen. I'm like, oh, something wrong. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, it was The Exorcist.
Oh my God.
Out of nowhere, this scary face. And I'm like, ah! And it was like, okay. So The Exorcist, I have not seen all the way through from beginning to end. That one is probably the one I don't know if I could get through it. It's pretty freaking scary, even to this day.
What about The Shining?
No. That doesn't scare me at all. That's just some man being crazy and losing his man. I know it's Stephen King.
So is Psycho, but so is Psycho's
Psycho doesn't
like
scare
that.
me either.
No. I was trying to think of, Jaws was scary.
Jaws scared me. I was also a kid.
Yeah.
But that to this day, I mean, most of us our age are afraid to swim in the sea because of sharks.
Yeah.
I will not.
I'm more afraid of sharks than I am vampires.
When you went to Florida and you're like, oh, I have a beachfront view in Florida. It's so beautiful. I'm like, don't get in the water. There are hammerheads that literally patrol the shoreline because the water's so warm. Like we have a friend, their family went, her mom lives in Florida. Yeah. They're like, God, the water was so warm. In my mind, I'm like, you got in the water? Like there are sharks everywhere out there, everywhere. Terrifying. Anyway, with that, I was thinking about sequels. We were kind of talking about it. Yeah. I don't know why when we were growing up, the sequels were acceptable. Like there was 3 Back to the Futures. There's been like 7 Star Wars sequels.
Oh, yeah.
Or prequel, whatever you call it. You know, so it's like, and those were like kind of, people looked forward to them. Yeah. All the Indiana Jones ones.
I am absolutely a trilogy guy.
But what's weird is now there's these new sequels are coming out and they're so massively, they just feel so sluggish and overly and bloated.
Here's
like,
I have a theory.
Okay, first of all, I've made it very clear how much I hate Avatar.
Yes, I know.
And now there's going to be, I don't even know what number this one is. Why? Why do we need this? I'm so over it.
Here's why I think
and they're not good.
There's a difference. Is that the trilogies that we got, or the multi-sequel type movies that we got, were never intended to be that.
They weren't intended to be sequels?
No. Back to the Future was not filmed thinking they would do 2 more.
Right.
Indiana Jones was not filmed, or Raiders of the Lost Ark was not filmed thinking there'd be 2 more. Star Wars was not done thinking there'd be 8 or 9 more. Whereas the Avatars and the
they
things,
know they're
they
going to
know in advance, so they drag out the storyline knowing there's going to be 4 or 5 or 3 of these.
For example, I don't think that the second Back to the Future is good. I think the third one's really good.
No, and well, in that case, 2 and 3 were done at the same time. They filmed at the same time.
Right.
But my point is,
yes, I know what you're saying.
They had if it had not been insanely popular, there wouldn't be a 2 and a 3.
Like, for example, when Jurassic Park came out, because Michael Crichton, he started writing books for movies.
Yeah,
they changed. Yeah. Anyway, my point is that there's a couple of sequels coming out that I'm like, do we really need it? Like, okay, I know that I'm not a big fan of Hocus Pocus.
Oh, right.
I just think it's a dumb movie. I know. A lot of people are like, oh, I can't believe you think. A lot of people think it's like the consummate consummate Halloween film. I never liked it. I thought it was dumb.
For kids.
It's dumb. Anyway, so there was a second one, apparently. I did not even know. And now a third script has been written. Yeah. And Bette Midler has said, oh, I'm fascinated. I'm so excited. And I'm like, okay.
Well, what else are those 3 going to do?
Bette Midler is an icon.
I know, but she's not getting roles.
Well, I don't know what she's doing. No, she has shows and stuff. Anyway, don't be besmirching Bette Midler on this show.
I love Bette Midler. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, it's not like she's got a line out the door of work to do right now.
I bet she does. And if she was here right now, she could list all of her work projects.
I'm sure she could.
But that leaves me, I'm like, for example, there's a Devil Wears Prada sequel coming out. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm looking forward to that one. Mm-hmm. Maybe that would be a good one. Yeah. But other than that, I can't think of any other ones that I think would be good. Personally.
It's not normal, but I stick by my story that I think that it's one.
Sequels are as good as they used to be.
No, well, again,
are we old and out of touch? I think we're old and out of touch now.
Maybe.
I think we're just like, you don't even understand. You just are old. You don't get it.
I don't know. You know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. I know this is gonna come off amazingly cocky, but here's the thing.
God.
Not me personally.
Here we go, everyone. A man with a microphone has something to say.
It has nothing to do with being a man. It is more a generational thing.
Okay.
If you come at me with certain things like movies and music and entertainment with your generation shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Quote unquote. Your generation.
See ya. Gen X had every dose of every type of thing, and most generations have not had that. Right?
Yeah, like our friend, he had mentioned that he felt like 1977 or 1978 was the best year for album releases. And I'm like, he probably has some merit. I haven't looked at it. I don't know. But I mean, the amount of music that was being made and actually released to the masses, that was the beginning of 20 years of incredible music.
So, and I'm not even saying just like that.
And there's good music now. I'm just saying that
65 to 85, 80, like that kind of range.
The amount of, I'm like, why was it like that? Are we just reminiscing? Because I actually hated most of the music that I grew up with, to be fair.
Yeah, but there was music you could hate though.
True.
Right? Like it was, that's the thing is that like Top 40, for example, was born in that window of the 80s, and talk about MTV and pretty much the demise, and now it's actually in some places officially gone.
Yeah.
And we were watching the other night, we were watching some 80s videos or something on MTV Classic.
Right.
And I just think that at that point in time, you could go from format to format to format to format in one place and get a dose of everything and exposure to a lot of things, and you just don't see that now.
I think I know why.
Why?
Because there was a lot of money in the 80s. There was just money. Everybody was making money. Everybody had money.
Sure.
And I think that everyone was flush with cash.
Yeah, maybe.
And I think they're just like, yes, they greenlit everything.
Sure.
Everything.
That's fair.
And I think that's why we had such a flood of music and movies.
Not a lot of one-hit wonders from the 60s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so for example, as far as music goes,
right.
I was flipping through Instagram, and an actor who just started up his Instagram like a month ago.
Yeah.
I just found out about it inadvertently. He's somebody that I like. And so he was on a walk, and he's like, I'm on a walk. And he's a little younger than us, not by much though. And he's like, I'm on a walk. And I cannot for the life of me believe that I found these 3 artists that I had never heard of before. And they're as good as like Warren Zevon and Phoebe Bridgers and all these amazingly cool, star or writers and singers. He's like, how come no one told me about this? I'm like, because there's 1,000 ways to find music, but no one tells you how to find it.
Because there used to be one.
Yeah, radio.
That was it.
And
now that's not the case. I mean, you still find music that way.
They don't play the deep cuts. I was telling somebody a story about when I was working at the radio station, and the program director, who is a dear friend of ours now, he and I went rounds for like 2 weeks because I said, why aren't you playing Alanis Morissette?
Yeah,
you ought to know.
On a rock station.
Why are you not playing it? He goes, she belongs on the zone. She's alt rock, blah, blah, blah. I go, no. The lead guitarist on that album is Slash. You should be playing this on 98 Rock.
Yeah.
You should be telling people that women can rock. And the amount of rock stars that back that album up deserves to be on rock stations. And we went rounds and rounds. I'm like, you're being sexist. And he's like, no, I'm not. It's just the way they market it. I'm like, fuck the tradition. Give it to the man. He's like, I am the man. I'm like, then put it on the radio. And so he did it.
Yeah.
He put it on the radio. And you know what? He got great feedback.
Yeah.
Never fucking played it again.
Yeah.
I was so annoyed. I'm like, well, you know what? I mean, I won the battle, but I lost the war.
Yeah. Yeah. Things are different now.
It's so different.
Yeah. Problem is that the ones that are around now, they're sticking around because of talent that's been there forever, and they feel a connection. I think the talent connection is the key to all of this.
I believe that.
The AI is going to bring AI. In fact, is going to bring that back. I mean, they're going to have.
How dare you?
No. You're not. You're misunderstanding me. I'm not saying AI is going to make it better. I'm going to say AI is going to cause people, very much like social media, to miss connections, and because they miss that human connection, they will be doing that. So there's that. People don't seek out those connections unless there's some other content that they like. And I think if they're not being more open to the kind of content that they put on there, be it spoken word or music, then it might be meh. But I think that's why radio will always be fine.
I'm not worried about radio.
And it's free, by the way.
And it's always free.
And it's free, and it's in every car, so
some people have to turn on the radio in their car that has buttons, and
it'll always be a commodity. It's not going anywhere.
Speaking of, I need a car. I need a new car. And we're waiting for, I want to wait.
I know.
Now is not the time,
for too many reasons.
First of all, I'm so disenchanted with what's available.
Yeah.
Like, everything is so ugly. Like, if you go down the street, not that I would ever do it, but and sadly you've heard this from me, because I do sound like an angry old man. I hate it, but it's true. It's like, we go down the street and I'm like, look at, every car is gray, white, occasionally black, the muted red. I go, what happened to that bright baby blue or yellow or that big green? Like, nobody
it really
makes those
stands
anymore.
out when you see it now,
and
nobody
those
made
anymore.
it right.
Yeah, Chevy used to be notorious for colors of the rainbow. Nothing now, and it's like
metallic mint green paint.
I mean, I guess if you want to spend $200,000 on a Porsche, you can get what you want.
Sure,
but I don't know anyone who's doing that right now. So anyway, I'm like, I want to be able to, I don't have to roll down my window. That's a bit excessive. But I would like to be able to not have a screen in my car. I would like to be able to push buttons and feel the click and do all the things. Yeah. Like, why is that so hard? And I'm like, am I really going to go out and buy a used, like a 77 Cadillac Seville? Is that what I'm doing?
As it turns out, yes, you would have to do that because of what I uncovered in my online traffic school over the weekend.
Yeah.
Which we won't get into.
Oh, we should get into it.
I don't want to interrupt your car story.
No, that's it.
Okay,
I'm just like, I want tangible again.
Yes.
That's all.
I didn't know this, and I cut and pasted it and sent it to you because I was taking this stupid course for the speeding ticket that I got. And apparently cars in 2018 or later, they are required to have a backup camera.
Oh, Yeah.
I did not know this. I thought it was like a feature that was a nice to have. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of expect it to be in every car, but like I didn't realize it was actually a legal requirement to do so.
No, wait, is it legal federally?
Yeah, no, it's literally
wow.
literally you have to have a backup camera. So in cars made after 2018, I didn't know.
Well, I don't know. I'm so like I'm uninspired, and I need to be inspired by a car, which is so girly, but whatever. Yeah. Or it's such an artist thing. I don't know, but I'm just like
we'll find
nothing.
It. We'll find it. I did almost send you. Speaking of the color thing, I did. If I may have sent it to you. If I didn't, I saw something yesterday. It says, "What happened to the world in the lack of color?" And it had multiple pictures of different things. The very first one was cars, and it showed the colors of cars in a parking lot from 20 years ago versus today.
Where it's all boring government.
Everything's white, gray, black,
issue.
Everything,
it's
right?
So
and back
boring.
then it was all over the place.
Yeah,
the
it was like the
colors were all over the
Jetsons.
place.
It was great.
And then, like the Jetsons, but then they showed houses, restaurants.
Yeah, everything got gray.
Not malls, but storefronts. Everything's very muted,
I think it's resale. I think it's about resale. Everybody, no one wants to stick. And that was kind of why I changed my mind about the house that we currently live in. I'm like, why is everyone always looking for the next move? Like, why can't we just settle in? You know?
No, it's true.
And a lot of it is, I'm sure, employment and family size and stuff like that. But in general, if you are fortunate enough to own a home or be somewhere where you don't have to move after a lease or whatever, it's like, I am fully a victim of this, where I don't even want to hang art on the walls. I don't want to do anything too outrageous because I'm like, oh, they're going to be like, well, that's going to cost us $1,000 to remove all of your creativity, you know? And so I'm like, oh, you know, and then you got to tear it all down before you sell it.
No bedroom murals.
No, first of all, no, you shouldn't do that anyway.
No, I know.
People just get wallpaper if you want to do it.
Right.
But anyway, it's just the world has become so monotone and I miss it. I just, not that I appreciated it when I was a small child. I'm just saying that I'm like, you look around, you're like, God, everything's the same.
Yeah.
Nothing's different. Everybody looks the same. Everybody's, watching the same shit. I don't know.
Well, speaking of things that are not the same, circling back on the traffic school thing, I feel like you were a little bitter.
I was very bitter, furious. I don't even know how that was a thing. I don't even know how you were able to do what you did and what I did. I'm so annoyed.
So how long did your traffic school take?
Okay, well, no, because I was so bothered by the lack of investment and time you had to do versus what I had to do. Like my time period, I think was, I want to say it was like 12 hours or 15 hours or something like that I had to do and then take the test, which was an open book test. They literally hand you the answers and then you pass and you just press enter and you're like, okay, you're good, right?
Yeah.
You got yours done in like a morning.
Yeah.
How long?
Probably about 4 hours total.
Okay, so there's a couple things because I really did think about this because I was really pissed that you got yours done. You're like, oh, I only have 2 more. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
I thought, I put it off. I couldn't put it off anymore because my deadline was like today or something like that. So I had to do it, but I had been putting it off.
I know.
Because of your experience.
I
didn't want to spend a fucking day doing it. And then, in fact, I took so long to do it. First of all, I waited not too long, but I waited very long to even sign up for the school.
Yes.
Then I signed up for the school just to get that out of the way, only to find out that something I didn't realize is that I had to sign up and take the class within 30 days.
Yes.
I didn't, so it had expired.
Right.
And I had problems with the class and the website anyway and the passwords. And I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm just, if I have to start over, I'm going to find one and start over. And the new one that I found, everybody's like, this is the highest rated one. You actually don't even pay until you finish. They send it to the fucking school the day of, blah, blah, blah. So I did it, and I was like, I kept thinking it was going to take forever. I've got to watch it. I've got to listen to it. I've got to like whatever. And I was like, no, I could just read and kind of skim and answer the questions as long as I tested. I was good. So
here's the thing. I think it was twofold. One, you found a better program than the one I used. Number one, mine was highly rated too.
Yeah.
Number two, and I really believe this is the crux of the issue.
You're going to be mad when I tell you how I found it, but go ahead.
Did you use fucking ChatGPT? You're such an asshole.
I said,
why?
Give me the highest rated, most quickest authorized California DMV thing. And it said,
God.
It was literally called like best traffic school online or some stupid shit. And it was on the money.
Okay, so here's the thing. 2 things. 1, I think you found a better program.
Yeah, okay.
2, I am not real good when it comes to school like that. And I get incredibly irritated. Yeah. And I don't pay attention and I've got to go back. Yeah. And it's because it's so easy. I'm like, why can't I just, I just want to, why can we just cut to the chase, please? Yeah. This is the same issue I had in school, in college, everything. I'm like, just get to it. Stop with the dilly-dally. Let's just get to the facts of what I need to know so I can move on and do something else. Like, let's just, let's do it. So I think I created the problem that it took me longer to get through, because all of those, if you've ever had to do anything, if you were fortunate enough to have a really good education before, all of your habits kick in when you have to do stuff like this. Right. 1, I did get through and pass, but I didn't get 100%. So I went back. Oh. And I did it again. Okay. Because I'm like, I'm not leaving this until I get 100%, because no computer
is going to tell me
that I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm the best driver I know.
So funny.
So no.
Funny story.
So I did take extra time because I refused to get anything less than 100%. I think the very last one, I was finally so sick of myself that I'm like, fine, accept the A-.
So
go on with your life.
It had like 11 sections or 12 sections.
Yeah, that's right.
Each section had a quiz at the end of 4, maybe 5 questions, but usually 4 questions.
It's very minimal. Mm-hmm.
And
the final's 20.
Right. Okay, wait. So here's the funny thing is I got one wrong question the whole time, the very first module. And the question was, how many questions are on the final quiz? Oh. I didn't pay attention to how many. At some point it said it's a 25 question final quiz, but literally the one question I got wrong the whole time I was doing this was how many questions are at the end. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm going. Let's go.
Speaking of, I assume you passed.
I did.
Okay. Speaking of school, I have to tell you this thing. And I was going to tell you this later anyway, so I'll just tell it to you now.
All right. You're welcome, everyone, to our lives.
So
are we going over the grocery list for later?
No, we already did that. So I was scrolling around on Threads, and this person said, I'm really overwhelmed. It's been a day, whatever. And she's like, I can't even listen to TV. It's just too overstimulating. Yeah. So she went on to YouTube and found a Stanford professor who records all of his lectures. And she just presses play and listens to this guy.
Because she was having trouble sleeping?
She was having trouble. She was overstimulated, and she needed something calm and just very simple paced. So she's like, so I'm just going to do that. And then in the comment, a couple of people said, oh my God, he's such a great professor. I've read his book, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, who is this? So I Google him, and it's Robert something. I can't remember his name. He's a neurobiologist. Okay. And his intro, this is so amazing. His intro, he's a Stanford professor still. The lectures that are online, he does a podcast with his daughter now, but all of his lectures are online from like 2010, 2002. Like they're old, but he's still a professor. But he did or does Intro to Human Biology. And it is something that he goes, I have no prerequisites for this class, because if you're an anthropology student, a psychology student, an English major, it doesn't matter. You should be taking this class. You should know how people are. We're going to discuss all the things. He's a neurologist on top of it. So he goes into the science of humanity. I was riveted. 90 minutes blew by. And I'm like, well, where's the syllabus? Let's do this. Let's get going. I'm like, I could be a Stanford student. Let's knock this out. He's like, if you don't know anthropology, go to this classroom, catch up, learn the terms. I'm like, I miss college. It's so fun if you like the stuff, the material. Anyway, I'm like, I think I'm going to listen to all of these.
I think I would have liked it more. It's just so fascinating. I did like college more because of that, because you could kind of take what you wanted. Well, there was more of a variety for you to go your own path.
Yeah, and like I remember vividly, I had to take a child education class
like early childhood
development, because I don't remember what my focus was back then, but I took it and I hated the teacher. I hated her immediately. I'm like, who is this?
Are you even a mother?
She was more than just she was a mother, a grandmother, like all of it. She's like, I've been teaching kindergarten children for 45 years. And there's nothing wrong with that. They're like they're the salt of the earth. Yeah. Educators are by far, but I've struggled with her calm, gentle demeanor because I'm not that at all.
You didn't experience that?
No. And I told you last night, I think that's the reason why I don't like to snuggle. I'm like, I wasn't snuggled as a child, so I hate it. I hate it as an adult.
Blame it on the childhood.
I mean, throw it on the pile.
Right.
Anyway, but I just absolutely was riveted by this guy. But I've always been into neurology. I've always been into the brain and human behavior. Yeah, you have. So I'm super I think I might have to listen to another couple more of these.
Yep.
There was a few moments where I'm like, get to the fucking point.
Yeah.
Just like I used to. This is a profoundly brilliant man. And I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Moving on, but I gotta...
I sense you're trying to guide me to a point. Do you mind just getting to it?
Multiple times. And I'm like, oh, God, just please stop charming people and get to the point, please. Yeah. And then he took questions. I'm like, nobody answered the question. Nobody asked questions, please. And people are like, when's the final? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. They're 18. I forgot. They're college kids.
Yeah.
So they're asking, do I have to plan for this?
Will that be on the test?
Basically. Anyway, it was just fascinating.
That's cool.
Okay, so now you know a little more about me.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so we're gonna end the show, but I have been writing down these questions. Uh-oh. Oh, really quick. Did you know Kim Kardashian? Do you know what a Merkin is?
It's a bag, right?
No, that's a Birkin.
Oh.
Do you know what a Merkin is?
Is it like an American?
No.
Okay.
Honestly, I wouldn't.
Guessing.
Unless you had to specifically learn this term, or if you were a woman, this is history. This is a very historical thing.
Okay.
So the Merkin is a pubic wig, and it dates back to the 1450s.
Okay.
I'm reading this from the Oxford Companion of the Body. According to the publication, women would shave their pubic hair for personal hygiene and to combat pubic lice. They would then put on a Merkin so that they looked appropriate. Like a grown woman. Also, sex workers would wear a Merkin to cover up signs of disease, such as syphilis.
Oh, fun.
And on that note, Kim Kardashian is selling Merkins on Skims.
Nice.
And it's fucking sold out. People bought them.
Anything.
They only came in one color, too. It's like, I'm just saying, they come in more than color than black. Like, they come in other colors, from what I've heard. I mean, I've not seen a whole lot of pussy, but from what I can tell, most of them aren't black. That's just my thing. But I'm like, why is she selling Merkins? Like, why are people buying them?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah. So I found that very strange. And I'm like, what was strange to me is that they sold them out. I mean, maybe.
Because didn't she just do like the Elizabeth Taylor thing too?
Okay,
so has that coming out or something?
She's being interviewed for Elizabeth Taylor.
I thought she
thinks she's like Elizabeth Taylor.
No. I thought she produced.
She might have. Oh. I don't know. She's really gotten into that world. I don't know. I know there's
I said, is she bored?
I don't know. I really don't know. I thought she was a lawyer or was trying to be a lawyer. I don't know. I want to be a lawyer too, though. So maybe it's like the next. Maybe it's like when you hit a certain age, when your little girls want to be princesses and stuff like that.
I shouldn't be hating. They
in a rocket ship.
They've done what
they've
done.
Be an astronaut. So. And then when you grow up, you're like, actually, I want to be a lawyer. Maybe we all watched the Barbie movie one too many times. And now we all want to be president and a lawyer, which, you know what? Yes, please.
Lawyer Barbie.
Please.
Yeah, more of it.
God. Anyway, so I just wanted to tell you that. And I'm glad now.
Wait, was that the questions? Or did that was
I just wanted you to know. Okay. I needed you to know what a Merkin was. And I wanted you to know that Kim Kardashian made, God only knows how much money on it. Merkin.
Okay.
Or Murkin. I don't know. Anyway. So I've been compiling all of these questions that I find on the internet or just in my brain.
Okay.
Some you've answered before, so I'm only going to answer a couple.
You find in your brain.
I'm going to only ask you for a little bit.
Okay.
If we swapped lives for a day, what would be the first thing you'd struggle with?
Boobs.
You would struggle with. I didn't say we'd swap bodies.
I thought that's what you said.
Lives.
Oh, lives. I thought we were talking about
I wasn't going to ask you this question.
Freaky Friday-ish.
I wasn't sure if
lives. Lives.
I think I know what it would be personally. Because I know what my struggle would be.
Well, yeah. Well, what'd your struggle be?
My struggle with your life would be putting up with the monotony of the constant questions that you answer over and over and over again. That would be, I'd be like, yeah, you're way more patient than me.
Let's see. I think I would.
You think I have a good life, so you're like, nothing.
I love it. I would love to. I do.
You have a great life. I would love to have your life for the day. Are you kidding? What could I do?
I would struggle with being that creative. I think it's just too. I think I'm the opposite. Like I would struggle with going from, because you look at the monotony and whatever. Not that I like monotony, but like I'm restless. I like to move things. I get to do things, and I think I would struggle with being kind of more open to the creative part of my brain. I think that would be amazing. Actually, I just think I'd struggle with it.
Funny, I always thought it would be all the children calling me all day.
Yeah, that's the
mental load of the family.
I get some of that now too, but not as much as you.
Okay. If you had to, how would you describe me to a total stranger?
Oh, like in short words, or like
just in general, if someone that you just met and never met me, how would you describe them? How would you describe me to them?
The first thing out of my mouth was, but you've never met anyone like this in your life. For sure. That would be it. And then after that, it would be certainly not a woman like this, right?
Aww.
Like just funny, beautiful, like really smart, and but we'll
you
say,
think I'm pretty?
Of course.
Aww,
but we'll say anything, and not just say anything, but say things that you would not think.
Yeah.
Like not just a shock either. Just
no,
your brain works different than anybody else's that I know. So
that's very
in a
sweet.
good way.
I love that. All right, and what's the worst thing you've ever stepped on in the dark?
Oh fuck. Well, poop, but.
Really?
Yeah.
You stepped on poop in the dark?
Yeah.
I feel like, and I can't recall this distinctly when, but I really feel like I've stepped on a dead animal.
Oh, yeah.
I'm almost positive of it. It's just something that happened a really long time ago.
Yeah.
But I can't, I'm almost sure that because...
I'm
not around
bare
here,
feet too.
But I just remember thinking that I stepped on a dead animal, like a mouse or something, because I remember...
A Lego.
I remember thinking that I would never recover,
Yeah.
that I would get some kind of bubonic plague or disease.
Yeah.
I'm almost sure of it. I just can't remember when or where.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible. Oh, you want to hear something that I really saw that was really terrible?
What?
I saw someone taxidermy a fish.
Oh, you sent that to me.
I could not believe what I was seeing. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It was the most grotesque thing I'd ever seen in my life.
I didn't think it was grotesque. There was no body. There was no innards or anything really. So.
I found it really vulgar.
It was a goldfish too.
It was
big,
gross.
Big like koi, not koi.
No,
level,
it's those
but
goldfish that have the tumoury looking.
Yeah, they just
like have
big.
growths.
Yeah.
I don't like those fish.
Yeah.
They bother me.
It's like a Japanese goldfish.
Big,
I think
puffy.
they're called. Yeah.
No, they have those. They look like they have bubbles on their body, and to me, they look like blisters, and they have those ugly eyes, and they're fat and round, and they like wobble when they move.
They have really elaborate tails and
nothing
fins.
graceful about them. They look like little floating balls.
All right.
I don't like them.
Okay. I
think if you're going to be a fish, you need to be graceful. And if you
gotcha.
don't look like that, you're some kind of anomaly and you should not be around. I say this clearly as someone who doesn't think panda bears should exist any longer.
Right.
And I will go rounds on this with someone.
Random thought on fish, by the way. And I think you know this. But for those of you who go to Disneyland, and if you ride the Little Mermaid ride, which is one of your favorites.
Love.
The moment that you get the big under the sea scene where Ariel's big and there's a shell behind her and everybody's singing. If you immediately turn around, there's a painting of Mr. Limpet on the wall.
I know. You told me that.
I was like, but nobody would ever see it because this is like the big part of the whole ride.
So it's like a little Easter egg.
So it's a little Easter egg. So there you go. Mr. Limpet on the
I think that we should go.
I agree.
And we should go see it for ourselves.
I would love that. I'm in.
Okay.
Except for the fact that I saw the rope drop crowd yesterday.
Oh.
Tens of thousands of people.
Really?
It was so packed.
Where did these people come from?
I don't know.
Why don't you people have jobs? Like, what's the problem?
I don't know.
Isn't that funny how people always say that?
Well, I mean,
like
yesterday was a weekend, but it was
like
still...
when you're on your way somewhere, you're like, why are all these people on the road? Where are you all going?
Right.
I know where I'm going, but where are you going? And why are you driving like that?
Yeah.
Get off the road if you can't drive like a normal human.
Go alternate.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
I can tell you all the laws now too.
Oh, God. Please don't. No one wants to hear that.
Sorry.
All right.
I passed.
Anyway. Well, we would not expect you to not. I couldn't fathom. Have you ever failed anything in your life?
Oh, school-wise?
No.
Oh, wait. Yeah. No, because I dropped out before I failed.
What was it? What'd you fail?
Math 1.
Oh, that's not what it sounds like.
Math 1. I thought
Isn't
I
that
was
like,
so
like intro into like
I had gotten into to calculus and trigonometry in high school and hated it a lot. As I like to say, once A plus B started equaling C, I was out.
Yeah.
I didn't like it anymore. I like mathematics, not algebra and shit like that. But that was all my high school was that. So I was like, oh, fucking freshman year, math 1, done. If it gets it out of the way, done. And you think A plus B equals C was hard?
A plus B equals basket.
This is like acorn plus pavement equals skyscraper. I was like, nope. I took one test and was like, done. I'll find and I literally did like an algebra class or something.
One of the biggest disappointments
which I never thought I would do.
Yeah, one of the biggest disappointments of my collegiate life was successfully testing into chemistry twice and having to drop it because I couldn't understand it. Yeah, I'm like, how is it that I'm smart enough to get in, but I can't understand a thing that's happening in this class? And I was so disappointed because I really wanted that chemistry class, and I just couldn't. I couldn't hack it. I couldn't hack it. I remember turning to a girl going, "Do you have a tutor?" And she's like, "No, this is intro to chemistry." It wasn't intro to chemistry, actually. It was just chemistry 101. It was intro, but it was like you had to test into it. And I'm like, okay, well, I met all the requirements.
All of my math. And with the exception of biology, all my math and science teachers were all priests.
They believed in science?
Yeah. So,
wow.
So
how edgy.
They're not they're not conservative Christians. They're Catholics.
You don't know.
So
they might have been.
I'll never forget Father Brainerd he did physics.
What did he look like? Was he blonde?
He was kind of balding, so I don't know. He was pretty old.
I worked with a guy named Scott Brainerd. I'm just wondering if it's the same guy.
I had two favorite kind of priest teachers.
Although I don't think the priest would have worked.
Father Brainerd was my favorite because he taught police science, and then when you went to bingo night at the school, he was wearing a gun.
Sick.
Yeah, so a priest with a gun doesn't get any better than that.
That would make a great film, by the way.
Like, he taught you how to arrest people, and we had a shooting club, and he ran the shooting club downstairs.
Priest with a gun can have several sequels.
But he was also physics and all that stuff. But the reason I liked chem so much is the very first day of class, we walk into the lab, and there's a pile of powder on everybody's lab station.
Yes.
He goes, okay, light it.
It's the funnest thing ever.
And it was like a mixture of going. It just went. Poof. I was like, oh, this is badass, and so I loved it from that moment on. But
it's so fun. That's how you get kids to learn. By the way, let them blow shit up.
He was a really good teacher. My other favorite was only because he was also my golf coach was Father Byrne, and he did most of my math classes. But I knew about him before I got to the school because my older
he had a reputation.
Well, my older stepbrother had gone as well. Now he goes, they don't do this anymore.
God forbid.
But you do some shit wrong in his class, he'll throw shit at you.
I had a teacher like that.
So
he was a World War II vet, very angry man.
Yeah. So anyway,
he used to throw chairs and put people in the supply closet.
Oh my God.
How did he get away with it?
I don't know.
But he did. Everybody knew. Like, if you get Mr. Huffman, just don't. And then of course everybody was like, I hope I get Mr. Huffman.
Yeah.
And then you could see if you could push the button and make him mad. I'm like, I don't want the man throwing chairs, okay? He's old. He's a veteran. Leave him alone. But people just love to piss him off.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh God, were you in second period, Mr. Huff, and la la la.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that poor old man. And then I got him. And I'm like, oh shit, I was so terrified. I was terrified. We're out of time, but I will tell you about the time that I had a math teacher. I've had the worst luck with math. I will tell you in high school. That's probably why I'm so math disabled, is that he was a full-on drunk.
Oh.
Full-on drunk. Now, I know that there are drunk priests, but you clearly got an education. I did not when it came to math.
Yeah.
So I will tell you about that. My mom got involved.
Oh, that's right.
And the principal got involved, and he had a bat. A baseball bat.
Wait, the principal had a bat?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And he was...
I had a boss like that.
He was a man of color.
Oh,
Mr. Rubin.
Oh, so he was like the guy from
Lean on Me.
But
That everybody loves. Yeah. And I believe he's still I think he's moved on up to a pretty exceptional whatever. Oh, he could be retired by now, though. It's been 1,000 years.
1,000.
Everybody loved Mr. Rubin. When he came to the class, when he came to the school, Miss Wise, who she looked like a little old witch. Like, she actually, not to get political, she looked like Nancy Pelosi, but tinier. And she was mean. Mean. She was the meanest vice principal, but if she got on your good side, she ain't so mean. She liked me for some reason. I think because she met my parents. But Mr. Rubin, everybody loved Mr. Rubin. And Miss Wise was jealous. She would never admit it, but it's true. I know the politics of education.
Yep.
Anyway, all right. Well, thank you for listening. We'll be back next week. Bye.
Bye.